Have you ever woken up and felt like your body just isn't keeping up the way it used to? Maybe your knees creak a little more, your energy dips faster, or your memory plays tricks on you. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's the good news: aging doesn't have to mean feeling weaker, slower, or unwell. In fact, science has shown that small, daily choices can make the difference between merely growing older and truly thriving in your later years. Today, we're going to talk about the best way to prevent age-related diseases after 60. And no, it's not about extreme diets, expensive supplements, or exhausting exercise routines. It's about understanding what your body really needs and making simple, powerful changes that can protect your heart, brain, bones, and overall well-being. Let's start with one of the biggest factors in healthy aging: what's on your plate. Now, I know diet advice can be overwhelming. One day they tell you to eat more protein, the next day it's all about cutting carbs, and suddenly everyone's drinking green smoothies. But the truth is, preventing diseases after 60 isn't about following the latest diet trend. It's about consistency, balance, and fueling your body with the right nutrients. Take, for example, a man named Frank. Frank is 72, and for most of his life, he ate whatever was convenient: lots of processed foods, sugary snacks, and not enough vegetables. As he got older, he started feeling sluggish. His doctor warned him about high cholesterol, and he was diagnosed with early-stage type 2 diabetes. But instead of giving up, Frank made one small change: he started adding more whole foods to his meals. Instead of skipping breakfast or grabbing a muffin, he started his day with oatmeal, nuts, and berries. Instead of frozen dinners, he learned to cook simple meals with fresh ingredients. And guess what? Within months, his blood sugar levels improved, his energy increased, and he even lost a few extra pounds without really trying. What Frank did wasn't a fad diet, it was a shift toward eating foods that nourish his body. And this approach can work for anyone. The key is focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods. Think of it as giving your body the right tools to repair itself. Dark leafy greens, colorful fruits, healthy fats like olive oil and nuts, and lean proteins all work together to support your immune system, lower inflammation, and keep your heart strong. And speaking of the heart, let's talk about another crucial habit: staying active. Now, before you sigh and think, "Oh great, another lecture about exercise," hear me out. This isn't about running marathons or spending hours in the gym. It's about movement, finding ways to keep your body engaged in ways that feel good. Picture two women, Susan and Margaret. Both are 68. Susan spends most of her days sitting, watching TV, scrolling on her phone, and driving instead of walking. Margaret, on the other hand, has a different routine. Every morning, she takes a 20-minute walk, does some light stretching, and enjoys gardening. The result? Margaret has better balance, stronger bones, and more energy. Susan, however, has started noticing stiffness in her joints and struggles with mobility. What's the difference? It's not about extreme workouts, it's about consistent movement. Studies show that even moderate activity, like walking, swimming, or yoga, can cut the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's. The key is to make it part of your daily routine. Instead of thinking about exercise as something you have to do, think of it as a way to celebrate what your body can do. Now, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: sleep. If you've ever tossed and turned at night, you know how frustrating it can be. And as we age, sleep patterns change, making it harder to get the deep, restorative rest our bodies need. But here's the thing: poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It affects your immune system, memory, and even your heart health. Imagine your body as a house. During the day, things get messy, dust collects, dishes pile up, and things are out of place. Sleep is when your body cleans house. It clears out toxins from the brain, repairs cells, and restores energy. Without quality sleep, that mess keeps building up, increasing the risk of cognitive decline, high blood pressure, and other health issues. So how do you improve sleep? It starts with simple changes: cutting back on late-night screen time, creating a relaxing bedtime routine, and keeping a consistent schedule. Even small tweaks, like avoiding caffeine in the afternoon or dimming the lights before bed, can make a big difference. Now, we've covered food, movement, and sleep, but there's another piece of the puzzle: stress. Believe it or not, chronic stress is one of the biggest contributors to age-related diseases. It raises inflammation, weakens the immune system, and speeds up aging. Think about a time when you felt really stressed. Maybe it was a family issue, financial worry, or even just feeling overwhelmed by life's changes. How did your body react? Maybe you felt tension in your shoulders, headaches, or stomach issues. That's because stress isn't just in your mind, it affects your entire body. But the good news is, there are simple ways to manage stress that don't require hours of meditation or expensive therapy. Deep breathing exercises, spending time in nature, and even just laughing with a friend can lower stress hormones and improve overall health. And let's not forget the power of gratitude. Focusing on the good in your life, even small moments, can rewire your brain to be more resilient. By now, you're probably seeing a pattern. Preventing age-related diseases isn't about one magic fix, it's about small, daily choices that add up over time. When you nourish your body with good food, keep moving, prioritize sleep, and manage stress, you're giving yourself the best chance at a longer, healthier life. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, every positive change makes a difference. Your body is always working for you. It's up to you to give it the care it deserves. One of the most overlooked but powerful ways to prevent age-related diseases is something incredibly simple: staying connected with others. Loneliness isn't just an emotional challenge, it's a physical one. Studies have shown that chronic loneliness can increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even dementia. In fact, researchers compare the health risks of long-term isolation to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how serious it is. Think about the times when you felt truly connected, maybe laughing with an old friend, sharing a meal with family, or even just having a friendly chat with a neighbor. Those moments don't just feel good, they actually trigger chemical reactions in the body that reduce stress and promote healing. Now, staying socially active doesn't mean you have to go out and make 100 new friends overnight. It's about meaningful interactions. For some, that might mean joining a local community group or a book club. For others, it could be as simple as making a habit of calling a friend or having a weekly coffee date. Even small moments of connection, like chatting with a cashier or smiling at a stranger, can make a difference. Take Barbara, for example. She's 75 and recently lost her husband. At first, she withdrew from social activities, spending most of her days alone at home. But after encouragement from her daughter, she started attending a weekly walking group. Not only did she get the benefits of exercise, but she also formed new friendships. Within months, she felt more energized, her mood improved, and even her doctor noticed positive changes in her health. The lesson here? Staying connected isn't just about avoiding loneliness, it's a key part of aging well. Humans are wired for connection, and making an effort to engage with others, even in small ways, can add years to your life. Now, while we're on the subject of mental health, let's talk about something just as important: keeping your brain sharp. Many people worry about memory loss as they age, but the truth is, cognitive decline isn't inevitable. Just like our muscles, our brains need exercise to stay strong. One of the best ways to do this is by challenging yourself with new experiences. Learning something new, whether it's a language, a musical instrument, or even a new card game, forces the brain to create new pathways. This keeps your mind active and reduces the risk of dementia. Look at someone like John, who retired at 65. Instead of settling into a routine of TV and crossword puzzles, he decided to take up painting. At first, it was just a hobby, but soon, he found himself waking up excited to try new techniques. Not only did painting keep his mind engaged, but it also gave him a sense of purpose. And research backs this up. People who engage in creative or mentally stimulating activities have a much lower risk of cognitive decline. But brain health isn't just about learning new things, it's also about reducing what harms your brain. Poor diet, lack of sleep, and chronic stress can all contribute to memory issues. That's why it's important to eat brain-boosting foods like blueberries, nuts, and leafy greens, get enough rest, and practice relaxation techniques like meditation. And here's a surprising brain booster: movement. That's right, exercise doesn't just help your heart, it helps your mind, too. Activities like dancing, tai chi, or even walking in nature have been shown to improve memory and cognitive function. It's all connected. When you take care of your body, you're also taking care of your brain. By now, you might be wondering, what's the most important thing to focus on? Is it diet? Exercise? Social connections? The answer is all of the above. Aging well isn't about one single fix. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your overall well-being. And here's the best part: small changes add up. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Just start with one thing. Maybe today, you take a short walk. Tomorrow, you reach out to an old friend. Next week, you try a new recipe filled with nutritious foods. Each positive choice builds momentum, and before you know it, you're not just preventing diseases, you're creating a life filled with vitality and joy. The truth is, getting older doesn't mean slowing down, it means having the wisdom to make choices that support a long, fulfilling life. So take a deep breath, smile, and remember that every step you take toward better health is a step toward a brighter future. One of the most fascinating things about aging well is how much control we actually have over it. While genetics play a role, the vast majority of what determines our health in later years comes down to daily choices. And one of the most powerful choices? Movement. We often hear that exercise is important, but the way we think about it can make all the difference. It's not about forcing yourself to the gym or pushing through grueling workouts. Instead, it's about movement as a way of life. Think about the people in blue zones, the regions of the world where people regularly live to be 100. They don't lift weights or run marathons. Instead, they incorporate movement naturally into their day. They walk instead of drive, garden instead of sit, and stay physically engaged in ways that feel enjoyable. That's the key: finding movement that brings you joy. Maybe it's dancing in your kitchen, stretching in the morning sun, or taking a slow, mindful walk through the park. Even small amounts of movement can have profound effects on your body, reducing the risk of heart disease, improving balance, and even strengthening your immune system. And here's something incredible: exercise doesn't just help your body, it helps your mind. When you move, your brain releases chemicals that improve mood, sharpen focus, and even promote the growth of new brain cells. That's why people who stay active often feel more mentally alert and emotionally balanced. But let's be real, sometimes, the hardest part is getting started. Maybe you wake up feeling stiff, or you're just not in the mood to move. That's okay. The secret is to start small. Instead of thinking about exercise as a big commitment, try focusing on just 5 minutes. Stretch your arms overhead. Take a few deep breaths. Stand up and roll your shoulders. Once you begin, you might just find that you want to keep going. And if you're worried about injuries or joint pain, gentle movement is still incredibly beneficial. Yoga, tai chi, or even simple chair exercises can help improve flexibility, reduce pain, and keep your body strong. The goal isn't to push yourself to exhaustion, it's to keep your body moving in a way that feels good. Now, movement is one piece of the puzzle, but another critical part of staying healthy as we age is something that's often overlooked: restorative sleep. Sleep isn't just a time for rest, it's when your body repairs itself. Poor sleep has been linked to everything from heart disease to memory problems, yet so many people struggle with it as they get older. Have you ever found yourself waking up in the middle of the night, unable to fall back asleep? Or maybe you wake up feeling tired, even after a full night in bed. You're not alone. As we age, sleep patterns naturally change. But that doesn't mean we have to accept poor sleep as a fact of life. One of the best ways to improve sleep is by creating a simple evening routine. Just like children have bedtime rituals, adults benefit from them too. Dimming the lights, turning off screens an hour before bed, and engaging in a relaxing activity, like reading or listening to calming music, can signal to your body that it's time to wind down. And let's talk about one of the biggest sleep disruptors, stress. Have you ever laid in bed, your mind racing with worries? It's one of the most common reasons people struggle to fall asleep. That's why relaxation techniques, like deep breathing or meditation, can be so powerful. Even just a few minutes of focused breathing before bed can help calm the nervous system and prepare you for restful sleep. If you've ever had a night of deep, uninterrupted sleep, you know how amazing it feels. You wake up refreshed, your mind is clear, and your body feels strong. That's because good sleep supports everything, from immune function to hormone balance to mental clarity. It's truly one of the most powerful, yet underappreciated, tools for healthy aging. But here's something interesting: your morning routine can actually set the stage for better sleep at night. Getting exposure to natural light early in the day helps regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep later. That's why starting your morning with a walk outside or even just opening the blinds can make a big difference. Everything is connected. The choices you make in the morning impact your energy throughout the day, which in turn affects your sleep at night. The food you eat, the way you move, the people you connect with, it all adds up. And that brings us to one of the most powerful tools for preventing age-related diseases: mindset. Science has shown that how we think about aging actually influences how we age. People who view aging as a time of growth, learning, and possibility tend to live longer and stay healthier than those who see it as a decline. Think about that for a moment. Your beliefs about aging can literally shape your health. If you expect to slow down, lose energy, and become frail, your body will follow that script. But if you embrace aging as an opportunity to try new things, to stay active, to cultivate joy, you create a very different experience. We've all met those people who seem to defy their age. They're vibrant, engaged, full of life. It's not because they have perfect genes, it's because they've made choices that support their well-being. And the good news? You can do the same. It all starts with small, intentional choices. Moving your body in ways that feel good. Nourishing yourself with real, whole foods. Prioritizing rest and relaxation. Staying connected with others. And most importantly, believing in your own ability to thrive. You have more power over your health than you might think. And every positive choice you make today is an investment in your future. So, take a deep breath, smile, and remember, you are capable of living a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. One of the most overlooked secrets to preventing age-related diseases is something that's been with us since the beginning of time: human connection. We often focus on diet, exercise, and sleep, but there's another powerful factor that plays a huge role in longevity: relationships. Think about the people in your life who bring you joy. Maybe it's a lifelong friend, a neighbor you chat with every morning, or even a beloved pet. These connections do more than just make us happy, they actually keep us healthy. Research has shown that people with strong social ties live longer, have lower rates of heart disease, and even experience less cognitive decline. And it's not just about having people around. It's about meaningful interactions. Have you ever had a conversation that left you feeling uplifted, like someone truly understood you? That feeling isn't just emotional, it has a real, biological impact. When we engage in positive social interactions, our bodies release oxytocin, sometimes called the love hormone. This powerful chemical reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and even strengthens the immune system. On the other hand, loneliness can be as harmful as smoking or obesity. Studies have shown that chronic loneliness increases inflammation in the body, weakens the immune system, and raises the risk of dementia. And here's the tricky part: it's possible to feel lonely even if you're surrounded by people. That's why it's important to focus on quality over quantity. It's not about how many people you know, it's about the depth of your connections. So, how can we strengthen our social ties as we get older? One of the simplest ways is to be intentional about staying connected. Maybe it's scheduling a weekly phone call with a friend, joining a local club or group, or even volunteering in your community. Acts of kindness, like helping a neighbor or mentoring someone younger, can also create a deep sense of purpose and connection. And here's something interesting, even making small talk with a stranger can boost your mood and overall well-being. Have you ever exchanged a smile or a kind word with someone at the grocery store and walked away feeling a little lighter? Those tiny moments of connection matter more than we realize. But relationships aren't just about people. Many centenarians, people who live to 100 and beyond, have strong bonds with pets, nature, or even a spiritual practice. These connections provide comfort, routine, and a sense of purpose, all of which contribute to better health. Now, let's talk about something that's often misunderstood: stress. We all know that chronic stress is bad for our health, but what's fascinating is that the way we think about stress can actually determine its impact on our bodies. You've probably heard that stress can raise blood pressure, weaken the immune system, and contribute to a host of health issues. But did you know that people who believe stress is harmful are actually more likely to suffer negative effects than those who see stress as a normal part of life? It's all about perception. Instead of seeing stress as the enemy, what if we viewed it as a natural response that helps us rise to challenges? The next time you feel your heart racing before an important event, remind yourself that this is your body's way of preparing you to focus and perform. When we reframe stress in a positive light, our bodies react differently, producing more of the hormones that help us adapt, rather than the ones that wear us down. Of course, that doesn't mean we should ignore stress altogether. Managing stress in healthy ways is one of the best things we can do for our long-term health. Simple practices like deep breathing, mindfulness, and spending time in nature can work wonders. Even just taking a few moments each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath can have a profound effect on your nervous system. And here's something you might not expect: one of the most effective ways to reduce stress is to express gratitude. It sounds simple, but taking a moment each day to acknowledge what you're thankful for can shift your entire mindset. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude sleep better, have lower levels of stress hormones, and even experience less physical pain. Gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as appreciating a beautiful sunrise, savoring a good meal, or feeling thankful for the people in your life. When we focus on what's going right, rather than what's going wrong, our bodies respond by producing more feel-good chemicals that support overall health. And this brings us to something deeply connected to both stress and social connection: purpose. Having a sense of purpose is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. In cultures where people regularly live to 100, they don't retire in the way we think of it. Instead, they continue to engage in meaningful activities, whether that's working, creating, helping others, or simply enjoying life with a sense of curiosity and enthusiasm. Have you ever noticed that the days when you feel most alive are the ones when you have something to look forward to? Maybe it's learning a new skill, working on a passion project, or simply being there for a loved one. When we wake up with a sense of purpose, our bodies and minds stay engaged, and we naturally take better care of ourselves. It's never too late to discover or reignite a sense of purpose. Maybe there's something you've always wanted to try: painting, writing, gardening, or even starting a small business. Or maybe your purpose comes from something as simple as sharing wisdom with the younger generation. Whatever it is, finding something that excites and fulfills you can add not only years to your life but life to your years. And remember, all of these factors: movement, sleep, relationships, stress management, gratitude, and purpose, are interconnected. When we take small steps to improve one area, the benefits ripple into others. A short morning walk can lead to better sleep, which in turn improves mood and energy, making it easier to stay socially engaged. The simple act of calling a friend can lower stress, boost happiness, and reinforce a sense of purpose. Every positive choice you make strengthens your body, your mind, and your spirit. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, your future is still being written. You have the power to shape it in a way that brings you health, joy, and fulfillment. So, take a deep breath, smile, and remember, you are capable of living a vibrant, healthy, and meaningful life. And it all starts with the choices you make today. Everything we've talked about so far: movement, sleep, relationships, stress management, gratitude, and purpose, creates a foundation for health. But there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle: the food we put into our bodies. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to age effortlessly, while others struggle with health problems as they get older? A big part of that comes down to nutrition. Our bodies are like finely tuned machines, and the fuel we give them determines how well they function. Let's start with something simple but powerful: what's on your plate in the morning? Breakfast isn't just a meal, it's an opportunity to set the tone for your entire day. What you eat first thing in the morning can either energize you and support your body's natural healing processes, or drain you and contribute to inflammation and disease. The best breakfasts for longevity focus on real, whole foods. Think of colorful fruits, fiber-rich grains, healthy fats, and high-quality proteins. These foods work together to stabilize blood sugar, protect against chronic diseases, and keep you feeling full and satisfied. Now, you might be wondering, what should I avoid? One of the biggest culprits behind age-related diseases is something many people eat without thinking twice: processed sugar. It sneaks into cereals, pastries, flavored yogurts, and even so-called healthy granola bars. While a little sugar here and there won't hurt, consistently eating high amounts can lead to inflammation, weight gain, and increased risk of diabetes and heart disease. But here's the good news: you don't have to give up sweetness. There are plenty of delicious alternatives, like fresh berries, natural honey, or even cinnamon, which can add flavor without spiking blood sugar. Small changes like swapping out sugary cereal for oatmeal with nuts and fruit can make a huge difference over time. And speaking of blood sugar, let's talk about one of the most important but often overlooked nutrients: fiber. As we get older, our digestive system slows down, which is why fiber becomes even more essential. It helps keep everything moving smoothly, supports gut health, and even lowers cholesterol. Foods like beans, whole grains, nuts, and vegetables are packed with fiber and help prevent common issues like constipation and bloating. But fiber isn't just about digestion. It also plays a big role in keeping your heart healthy. Studies show that people who eat a fiber-rich diet have lower risks of heart disease, stroke, and even certain cancers. And the best part? Fiber-rich foods are naturally filling, which can help with maintaining a healthy weight without feeling deprived. Now, let's talk about a common question: should I eat less as I age? While it's true that metabolism slows down, what matters more than how much you eat is what you eat. Instead of cutting calories drastically, focus on eating nutrient-dense foods that give your body the vitamins and minerals it needs to thrive. One of the best examples of a longevity-friendly diet comes from the Blue Zones, places around the world where people regularly live to 100 and beyond. What do they eat? Lots of plant-based foods, healthy fats like olive oil, and lean proteins like fish and legumes. They also enjoy meals mindfully, often in good company, which not only helps digestion but also supports emotional well-being. Another key element is hydration. Many people don't drink enough water, especially as they get older, because the sensation of thirst decreases with age. But staying hydrated is essential for keeping joints lubricated, supporting brain function, and flushing toxins out of the body. If plain water feels boring, try adding a squeeze of lemon, herbal tea, or even water-rich foods like cucumbers and watermelon. And while we're on the topic of drinking, let's address a common question: what about coffee and alcohol? The truth is, moderate amounts of coffee can be beneficial. It's packed with antioxidants that may help protect against cognitive decline and heart disease. Just be mindful of what you add to it. Too much sugar or artificial creamers can cancel out the benefits. As for alcohol, the key is moderation. Some of the longest living people in the world enjoy a glass of wine with meals, particularly red wine, which contains compounds that support heart health. But too much alcohol can have the opposite effect, increasing the risk of liver disease, high blood pressure, and other health problems. Beyond food, let's talk about one of the most fascinating discoveries in longevity research: fasting. You might have heard of intermittent fasting, where people eat within a specific time window and give their digestive system a break. Studies suggest that this approach can help reduce inflammation, support healthy metabolism, and even promote cellular repair. But fasting doesn't have to be extreme. Even something as simple as finishing dinner a few hours before bed and allowing your body to rest overnight can have benefits. Giving your digestive system time to reset can improve sleep, boost energy, and support overall health. And speaking of energy, let's not forget about the role of mindset in longevity. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to stay youthful and full of life well into their later years? A big part of that comes from their attitude. They stay curious, open-minded, and engaged with the world around them. One of the most powerful things you can do for your health is to cultivate a mindset of growth. That means continuing to learn, trying new things, and staying engaged with the world. It's never too late to pick up a new skill, start a hobby, or explore something you've always been curious about. And here's something incredible: having a sense of humor is actually linked to a longer life. Laughter reduces stress hormones, boosts the immune system, and even strengthens the heart. It's a natural medicine that costs nothing but makes life infinitely more enjoyable. So, as you go about your day, look for opportunities to laugh. Watch a funny movie, share a joke with a friend, or simply find humor in the little moments of life. Not only will it lift your spirits, but it will also support your overall health in ways you might not expect. All of these habits, nourishing your body, staying hydrated, embracing curiosity, and finding joy, come together to create a lifestyle that supports longevity. And the best part? You don't have to change everything overnight. Just taking one small step today, whether it's adding an extra serving of vegetables to your plate or taking a moment to appreciate something that makes you smile, can set you on the path to a healthier, longer life. So, as you move forward, remember this: you have more power over your health than you might think. Every choice you make, no matter how small, adds up over time. And the more you nurture your body, mind, and spirit, the more you'll enjoy the years ahead with strength, vitality, and joy. It all comes down to this: your body is the only home you'll ever truly live in, and how you take care of it today determines how well it will take care of you tomorrow. Over the years, you've accumulated wisdom, experiences, and stories that have shaped who you are. But to keep writing new chapters, full of energy, laughter, and meaningful moments, you need to give your body the support it deserves. We've covered so much ground, from movement and sleep to relationships, stress management, nutrition, and mindset. Each of these pieces plays a crucial role in preventing age-related diseases and promoting longevity. But there's something even more powerful than any single habit: consistency. The real secret to a long, healthy life isn't about making huge, dramatic changes overnight. It's about the small, daily choices that add up over time. Choosing to take a short walk instead of sitting for another hour. Reaching for a handful of nuts instead of a sugary snack. Drinking water instead of soda. Taking a deep breath instead of letting stress take over. These little decisions may seem insignificant in the moment, but they are the foundation of lasting health. And here's something you might not hear often enough: you're doing better than you think. It's easy to focus on what's wrong, what needs fixing, or what you should be doing. But take a moment to recognize all the things you're already doing right. Maybe you've been making an effort to eat healthier, or you've been more mindful of your movement, or you've started prioritizing sleep. These are victories. Aging isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace. It's proof that you've lived, that you've loved, that you've made it through challenges and come out stronger. And no matter where you are in your journey, you have the power to shape what the years ahead look like. You can choose vitality over decline, strength over weakness, joy over worry. One of the most inspiring things about people who live long, healthy lives is their perspective. They don't dwell on regrets or waste time wishing they were younger. They focus on what they can do now. They wake up each morning with a sense of purpose, excited for another day. They stay curious, they keep learning, they surround themselves with love and laughter. And you can do the same. Right now, as you watch this, you have the opportunity to take control of your health and future. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. So, here's a question: what's one small step you can take today? Maybe it's getting up and stretching your body. Maybe it's calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe it's taking a few deep breaths and reminding yourself that you are strong, capable, and worthy of good health. Whatever it is, start now. Because the best way to prevent age-related diseases isn't some complicated secret, it's about the daily habits that support a long, fulfilling life. Thank you for being here, for investing in yourself, and for taking the time to prioritize your well-being. If this video has inspired you, don't keep it to yourself, share it with someone you care about. Let's build a community of people who are committed to living their best lives, no matter their age. And if you want more content like this, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future upload. Here's to many more years of health, happiness, and purpose. You deserve it.